It's the Caleb Show.
From my gardening projects, and that giant fucking pile of wood chips didn't just disappear after I committed to the 365. I like barely got it dealt with before the ground froze, before it became too cold to move it before the winter, you know. There was a month in there like where my back threw out too, so like I just like couldn't actually work on it for a while while also doing the 365. That was a frustrating time period. And then I managed that cube video that I think turned out pretty well. That would have been a lot easier if I could have had some weekends. For sure. Oh, man. Glad it got made, though. It was like a cool resource for folks new to Powered Cube. Yeah, we're just going to take the mocks. Bowmasters is very good. Force Negation is very good. Nadu's very good. I think it goes Mox Sapphire, Bowmasters, then Nadu for me. And then everything else is pretty close. I mean, Elspeth and Force Negation would probably be my picks over the next crop. Oh shit, what up? Get Stash! Thanks for gifting 10 subs. Congratulations to Daddy and Falco91, to I'm a Rice Cracker, to Sleep Sword, Performance Hawk, Duke Vulture, Aesthetica, Iracaf, The Great Skyfish, Hitachi, and Blind Fibblethip. Congrats again, folks, and thanks, Get Stash. Thanks for splashing some subs into the chat. Oh, Wild Fancy Bread. Good luck. Best of luck. That sounds intense. Blackfire 932, thanks for gifting 10 subs. Congratulations to Bucky 425, Denstman, Trex Smovins, Frotz, Marsh PHL, Trail Run, Floof, Crackle 27, and Atomic Sorcery. Hell yeah, thanks Blackfire. Gitsash says, starting the stream off right. Forgot to during the last day of the 365. Want to get them in now. I appreciate that, Gitstash. Appreciate the support. Loose Pearl says, happy Friday, Caleb. What is team boxing? I didn't talk about that last pack at all, but Urza Saga and Mox Sapphire, just like very pleasant together. One of the downsides of Urza Saga is that when it dies, you lose your land, right? You lose your mana. But if you have a Mox, it's just like, nope. I don't know. So very good. On top of the Mox, you know, buffing up the Saga tokens. I think I'm going to grab another Chrome Mox. We'll do this. We're not necessarily going to be artifacts if we're taking Chrome Mox, but hey, thanks, Blackfire. Very, very kind. Well, watch Street there, Untouched Marlin. Hell yeah. I think I'm going to grab this Ravager and just move into, like, artifact aggro as opposed to, like, artifact. The Chrome Mox certainly points you in that direction, and the Saga tokens are really good for attacking. Actually, I wonder if the Legend of Roku is better than Ravager. Let's take the Ravager. Mox Diamond and Chrome Mox? Alright, let's go. Let's fucking go. Moose Plural asked, what is Team Moxing? Because that's what we're going to be watching later this eve. It is my last sponsorship with Stream Elements, promoting CSN, a new way to watch sporting events. That's like creator based. Like you're watching the event with like your Twitch streamer or YouTube streamer or what have you, which sounds kind of fun. I looked through the events and there were a couple that interested me. There was like a backyard boxing, or there was a wrestling event that I thought could be fun, and then there was team boxing. And I was curious about what the fuck team boxing was, and that's one of the reasons that I picked it. Because I had the same question. I was like, what is this? And I also kind of enjoy watching team boxing. The way that it works is you've got a coach who fields a team for an area, like a city or something like that. Has tryouts, trains them, all that stuff. And then, oh man, there's no red aggro stuff here. What am I supposed to pick here? This thing? Could take Call to Complete in case of Stoneforge Mystic. I don't hate that. Be cooler if we were mono red. Sure. A little squelch action, sure. Where was I? So then they got these teams, right? And the coach picks who plays the first 8 rounds, because there's these runs of 3-minute rounds, right? And then they pick who is gonna fight in the second rounds, and then finally the third round. So there's 24 rounds total, and then whichever team wins the most of those wins the whole thing. The teamwork and strategy comes from the fact that you're going to see repeat fighters in those later rounds. Oh, Carnage Interpreter is really good with Urza Saga. I love that pickup for me. So, for example, in the first round, one of your teammates fought this opponent. It's a mixed gender, so there's like ladies and guys doing fights. So your teammate has fought this person, and you can like ask them. You can kind of pick their brain about like what their weaknesses are, how they move, that sort of thing. When now it's your turn to fight them. So you got the whole squad giving each other advice and stuff on the fights. So that I think is kind of interesting. A little bit like team drafting, but they punch each other. Yeah. The element of team drafting where you're like, I saw this happen and this happen. You should look out for this. That element is the team element of team boxing, and it seems like the rounds are only 3 minutes long, and then there's a 1-minute break between each round, and then there's a 5-minute break in between each section. Wow, Bombardiers and the One Ring are like the 2 best cards I could see for this deck. I think because we're doing so much pitching with the Mox Diamond and the Chrome Mox, I should probably take the draw spell. I should take the One Ring, but my god, would Bombardiers be excellent here. Anyway, I did a little bit of research into the 2 teams that are facing off, and the coach of one of the teams actually used to coach the other team. So, I thought that was kind of interesting. Bombardier's wheels. Nobody else is drafting magic cards. God, I hope so. Sup, Ragavan? Get over here. The deck needed a Rags. Oh, there's a Stoneforge Mystic for that call to complete. Maybe it'll come back, huh? Maybe it'll come back. So, Delayed Blast Fireball is a card. Oh, what about City of Traders? I was thinking about that Voice of Victory. I was going to explain, like, why Fireball would be fine, and then explain why I was going to take the Voice of Victory, like I do. But I think I actually want that City of Traders. I think I want even more fast mana. City of Traders plays pretty well in a Mox Diamond deck, too, because sometimes it would be awkward to play, but it's not awkward to pitch. Looking at Figure, Impractical Joke. Yeah, I think just those 2. Maybe the Talisman? I don't think so, but maybe. Might end up being too many mana sources. Alright, come back, Talisman. I'll take this thing. A little bolt action. That Evangelist would be really good. I'm just not 100% playing white cards yet. Yeah, I haven't watched it, Moose Plural. But that's my impression so far. This Inti plays well with like all of our self-discard that we got going on, but I think about those Lava Spur boots for this here Urza's Saga. That's what I think. What headphones do you using? These are Maze 109 Pros. Yep. I like that they don't require, that they're like high quality audiophile type headphones that don't require a preamp. So if I want to use them with my, just like plug them into my phone, walk around, you can do that. A lot of high quality headphones need an amplifier to power them, which makes them a little bit less mobile and kind of defeats the purpose of headphones. Not really, but like kind of. And then the other thing that I really like about these headphones is that they are the most comfortable fucking things I've ever put on my body. Like, I'm more comfortable wearing these headphones than I am not wearing them. They're like very soft earmuffs, slightly placed over my ears. And the sound quality is excellent. Oh, that Evora is going to play very well with those discard things that I was talking about. Also spits out artifacts for the Saga. Warren says, I hope everyone's having the best day they can. I hope you are too, Warren. Oh, that Mako could fucking work. It's a bummer seeing this Cub go. That's so late. I mean, it's a late Teferi, too. There's a lot of late cards here. But, like, Cub is cute with the Urza Saga for sure. Okay, well, I was talking about Stoneforge Mystic Calder complete. The boots are a backup Stoneforge Mystic grab, too. Sure, I can see that. I can see some headphone amps being more mobile than others, but it is still, like, one more thing, right? It was still a Pro did not require one. That's a good point here. Yeah, $75 is $75. A lot of people, once they're spending a certain amount on headphones, that's a small thing, but if the difference between a $600 or a $700 headphone set matters to you, then that's a factor for sure. Tommy Goif went forward in the sealed qualifier, pretty in for tomorrow. Hey, good luck, Tommy Goif. Fucking crush it. So another question I've got here is, do I want to try to justify the double white on Overlord? Is chat the team for team boxing? Oh god, I wish. We would fucking destroy. No, it's 2 teams of they do 8 matches and then there's 3 rounds, so 24 matches total. Most wins. And the coach just picks out who is going to play in each of them. So you get a chance to, like, feel out. Both teams get a chance to, like, feel out the opposing boxers. And then they can all give each other advice and stuff. But I expect... I haven't watched a team boxing event. I expect it's going to be fairly fast-paced. Is it amateur or professional? It's a team boxing league. I'm not really sure what the difference would be, except you, like, get paid, right? I know the coaches are professional level. Wow, look at that Ancestral Recall. Someone's going to be happy with that. I mean, we have a Sapphire and a Mox Diamond. I was getting excited to grab this Sacred Foundry, but I should probably just take the Recall, If it wasn't a Sapphire, you know, if it wasn't a Sapphire specifically, and then the Saga can grab it. Okay, all right. Give me the damn Recall. Let's go. Ooh, Ocelot Pride. Ocelot Pride, Spirebluff Canal, Multiversal Passage. As good as Pride is, I think I'm going to take the Passage. I think I'm just going to... I mean, we have plenty of playables, right? Let's work on that mana base a little bit. Glimmer Lens is reasonable. One more card for the Stoneforge Mystic to grab. I think I just want this Verge. Make that Recall as free as possible. Team Boxing League is a professional sports league. I guess I'll grab this staff. I think the Fireball can be a sideboard card. And now I'm going to grab the Plateau or the Palace Jailer. Palace Jailer would be great here. We're ditching our hand really quick. But we have plenty of playables. Ooh, that's a tough pick. Tundra versus Parallax Wave. I think I'm grabbing the Parallax Wave. We've got like 5-ish blue sources already. Parallax Wave is so good. It's so good. What's that Oko doing? I think the Squelcher might end up being a sideboard card. I like Luminarch fine, but I don't think we need it. You're welcome, Ride or Die. Good evening indeed. You don't love the staff, really? Appa might be better than a Flicker Wisp. It can also, like, airbend the Overlord. It's just, like, a little bit more powerful, I think. The blue talisman would help with the recall. I think 2 talismans would be too many. 1 might be too many. Hey, figure comes out. Correct, Chaos. The fight's happening in Texas, which is the same central time zone that I'm in. I don't want to, but I could cut Carnage Interpreter, and then I only need 1 red ever. We want a solid number of red for the turn 1 Ragavan anyway, though. Yeah, I don't think that actually helps the mana base. I think between the Staff and the Stoneforge Mystic, the Glimmer Lens makes sense. It's like one of our more lackluster cards, but I think it's still good here. Oh, I could cut Light Shatter. Tersa Light Shatter. It's good with the Evora, but I think there's a lot here that's already good with the Evora. Or I could cut the Mako. I think when you have got like 3 Moxen, you just don't need 1-drops that much. This would be about 9 or 10 white sources. 7-ish red. How good is Appa? So the cool thing about Appa here is that it doesn't just blink out creatures. It says airbend any number of other target non-land permanents you control. So if you would play Flicker Wisp with Overlord, you should be willing to play Appa. But it's also good with, like, all 3 of these, right? Let's go with these. I think airbending counts for casting with Sage. I'm not 100%, but I think. And then, like, Carnage Interpreter, Stoneforge Mystic. There's a bunch of, like, comes into play value that Appa lets you recycle, reuse those. I think it's doing a lot here. We'll see. It's clunky, but, like, the Flicker Wisp that I passed for it would have been clunky, too. No Moxen. Mulligan. Okay. Oh, that's a good point, Zazzle. The Appa triggering off casting from exile wouldn't be very good if you weren't casting it. Timir Steve leading on Badlands. What is this? Very off-brand. Yeah, New Advent Horizon fucking rips. Pre-ordered the fucking vinyl today. Let's play some Carpenter Brett, maybe. I wonder if I should have been saving that land to loot away with the blood token. I think with Sentinel down, Ragman's not going to get in anyway. Perfect. The perfect draw. Should have waited, I guess. Yeah, what I really want is some card draw, whether that's the One Ring or our 3 mana 5/5. At this point, we can actually just play our 7 drop if we draw our 7 drop. I've heard this remixed before, just like Radio Fuzz. I wonder what it's sampled from. This is 10 damage if they wanted to sack Sentinel, right? 5+5. Probably just going to sack a map token. Well, that game sure made Delayed Blast Fireball look good. I think that's my only change. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of card draw in here between the One Ring, the Recall, the Carnage Interpreter, and potentially Ravager. The Staff even. Glimmer Lens could be a draw engine. I don't think we're going to have games like that last one very often. The question here is whether to lead on Evora or Staff. I think I'm going to play the Staff. Correct, I'm random. Yeah, they changed them to be the casting cost of the one side at one point. Then the Glimmer Lens gives me another trigger on the Staff, and then also threatens to draw cards by itself. Pretty good pickup there. Ideally, we'll be able to go Evora into Carnage Interpreter. Badger Mole Cub, you got it. See what we draw before we do anything else. A Braid. Okay, I think I dig that. Slow him down a little bit. If I just draw a red source next turn, I kind of like going land, Carnage Interpreter, and then pay the Madness on Ravager. If I draw planes, then I think I like Evora, sack Blood Token, Madness Ravager. Seems like they're going to sack the Commercial District to hit my Glimmer Lens token. Get that Surveil going, sure. If I don't draw... I didn't draw. Setting an alarm right now. So don't forget about the sponsorship. Set it for 7 or 650. It's probably pretty good. Or I'll just set it for even earlier because I can get in the waiting room. 6:30. Hello, Sergeant. How's it going? Oh shit, what up? Hey, Starspawn, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 10 months. Same shit, different day. Yeah. Feel that. Yeah, imagine if we had an Urza Saga spitting out Karnstructs for these clues. Yes, yes! We got some bangers in here, too. The One Ring, Parallax Wave. We got some cards that would open this board right the fuck up. Right, Math Cat? Usually when I open up with an early Urza Saga, I'm looking to be like hard artifacts. But I went Urza Saga into Chrome Mox. So hard artifacts doesn't really have enough imprintables for Chrome Mox. To maximize the Chrome Mox and the Urza Saga, I went with a slightly different direction. I usually have fun with these decks. The artifact aggro, red business. Ravager's a better card than he gets credit for. I mean, it's all legacy play for a while. It's the kind of attack I would make if I had a Fiery Confluence handy. I just wanted to, like, break things open. They didn't activate the Bombardiers, though, so I don't really get it. Oh, they're going to Fiery for 3 now, I see. And just, like, clear my whole board. Yeah. I like how I was like, this is the attack I would make if I had a Fiery Confluence. And then waltz into it anyway. Do I play actual Legacy? Sure do. I wrote a Legacy column for many years. Well, not many years, but many years ago. Channel Fireball back in the day. Some people credit me with getting Survival banned in Legacy. Back in like 2010 or some shit. That's annoying. They got the Bloodbraid next turn. Yeah, I was just sitting there thinking, like, how can I draw 5 cards and have them all be bad? What is the likelihood of this? But the 5th one might end up being okay. I'm a little bit worried about the life loss. The 4-mana 3/4 flyer would be pretty good here. I could blink the One Ring and recast it and get the cast protection again. And then also, like, blink out, like, the Glimmer Lens and a Chrome Mox, you know, shit like that. You might as well grow the Lilium. Hey, there we go. So much mana do I got available here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Gonna do 3 for the Skies. 4 for the Guardian is 7. And then I'd be able to replay Mox Sapphire and replay the One Ring. Wait, have I cast something yet? I don't think I have. Oh, I cast the Recall. Nice. So that gives me another turn of One Ring protection. Just give me a chance to play up more stuff. Yeah, the rules bans with legends. It's weird. Maybe I actually need to draw with this One Ring to find Parallax Wave. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Bin Fanatic Aronos rebuy it, get another 4/4. That's cool. Do you have any Wrath effects? We have two. Sort of. There's Parallax Wave, and there's also Winds. And that's why I'm going to be drawing with the One Ring here to try and hit one of those two. Even though we're only at 11 cards and 5 life. Subbolt. That's like kind of close to lethal, right? Because we can Stoneforge for haste. So it'd be +3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So close. There's the P wave, nice. I think I'm still gonna draw here. Hell yeah, Dune. Appreciate it. Thanks for the 4 months. I could remove all their blockers. If I had to make a gin cocktail for my in-laws, what would I make? Probably something tasty. So when I'm mixing gin, I usually like citrusy sodas, like Sprite or something. And that'll give you like a nice base to work with, but then I usually mix in some kind of juice. Like a grapefruit juice would pair well. But you could also just like Google easy gin drinks. Find something to mix up. They scooped? Yeah, the Parallax Wave was going to be a bit much to deal with there. Yeah, if you're going to go to one place on Twitch for gin cocktail recommendations, apparently it's this one. Hard to keep a hand without a Mox in this deck. But I think I like it. Oh, that sounds tasty. Ankylosaur. I'd try that. Oh, my hand just got so much better. So you could lead on turn 1 Saga, Sapphire, Talisman with the idea that you're activating Saga sooner. I think what I'm going to do instead is play the Plateau with the idea that we can Overlord on turn 2. We can just turn 2 a 4-drop. And then we can decide whether we want to run out Saga or if we want to hold on to it. Potentially like try and Overlord Winds of Abandon. Abby Gadabby with the 200 consecutive stream watch streaks as the 365 is over. But they are still streaking. That you are indeed well streaked. Still like this. I'm thinking of Bombardiers again. They are. We almost need to rip City of Traders or another Mox next turn to not just die. Okay, okay, okay. We can work with this. Do this and exile the broadside. And then the other two creatures do not have trample. So ideally we'll be able to Avora a chump here. And then just untap and overlord our wins. Hey, good evening, Arclor. You can Utopia Sprawl on Badger Mole lands, yeah. Yeah, so the issue here is that we are within Fiery Confluence range now. So if they do have a Fiery Confluence in hand, we do just die, or if they draw one soonish. Don't do it. No, they got it. Pyroglyph for 4 damage. That's not 5 damage. That's 4 damage. Oh my god. All right, here, I'll thin your deck of non-burn spells. I'll thin your deck of those lands. You don't need the... And so long as they don't play a haste creature or a burn spell, then there is a Saga can start producing. We still have this a Braid that Overlord's about to come online. We'll see, huh? We'll see. Strip Mine for my Saga. That's a bummer. Passing? Yeah, I didn't think so. Delayed Blast Fireball. Okay. Let's go ahead and foretell this. And then I think just pass here. Sentinel of the Nameless, sure. I think I draw Misty Rainforest. I think I'm going to loot this Abrade away. Because the land here is pretty good with the Fireball. Holding the Abrade's pretty safe, though. Hey, howdy, strategist. Every time I tap that talisman, it's a little scary at 1 life. That's a little scary. Getting their fetch on, looking for that last point of damage. They'll get to bring back the Bloodbraid too, so they'll have 2 chances to just kill me next turn. With, No! Okay, Bloodbraid. Okay. Okay. We just got a whiff on this Cascade. Come on. Titaxian Probe. That's another rebuy. Rebuy into rebuy. Orcish Lumberjack. Okay. Chrome Mox. Not the card I was looking for. So we don't have lethal. I don't think there's a real good reason to dash the Ragavan. I think the Lumberjack is blocking the Overlord. Oh, maybe that's not true. Maybe they want to block with the Bloodbraid so they can get the Bloodbraid rebuy. But in that case, they would Bloodbraid the Overlord and then put the Orc in front of the Ragavan, so it wouldn't change anything. Dash question mark? That's literally what I'm discussing right now, F4. Wow. All right, opponent's down to 2 life. We got a bunch of flyers. They got 1 more draw. Can they find the Fiery Confluence? Win or lose, this is a very close game. Fanatic of Ronas is not going to do it. Awesome. Caleb D wins. So there's no fast mana here, but there's a turn 1 recall, which will probably find us a little something. Fair enough. Awkward stuff, just a bunch of clunk. Oh, yeah, rabbits? Yeah. Cauldron Complete likes to be drawn. In Singleton, you're just, like, very likely to draw it, right? You're equally as likely to draw the Cauldron as the Stoneforge Mystic. Well, that's some fucking damage. So simply abrading the Germ token, if they make literally this exact play next turn, doesn't work, because then they deal me 5 and I would be at 0. Yeah, I needed a Mox so I could play out 3-bit Inspector to chump, and then also on the Abrade. Oh well. Seems like another matchup for this Fireball card. There's targets for Lauren. I don't know if I love it, though. Yeah, I don't love it. How dare I be on the draw? Yeah, that might have been a tough one on the play, too. They had a nice fast start. I really like that last match. I hope we have more games like that. I liked the game where we got to Appa back the One Ring and recast it. Just like we drew it up, right? No plays, your turn. It's funny how much better Sage of the Skies is in like Powered Cube than literally any other format. Maybe it's good in Vintage. Do people play this in Vintage? It probably just doesn't disrupt enough for Vintage. A little bit of standard play. Yeah. Wait, did they not draw with Library there? I think they just forgot to draw. They like left it up and... You want a 1-black one that makes 2 Vampire Nighthawks? That'd be kind of sick. Dark Ritual that puppy out. Is here their token? Yeah, to them, it probably doesn't look like there's a difference. To us, there's clearly a difference. Resolves? Okie dokie. Might just not blink the Sage, because I don't think I'm going to be replaying it this turn. I think I'm going to do these 3. The game has ended. Yeah, I think they see that I'm going to replay the Overlord for 2 mana, and that might be pretty good. Blinking out the Mox because I can play it, and then also play the... Tap it, then to play the Overlord. Get 2 1/1s, why not? Why not? I deserve an extra 1/1. I kind of like Tarfire against all their mana dorks. I guess that's why I brought in the Fireball. Maybe cut Thraben, the Thraben Inspector for it. That's fine. That's a fine thing to do. Marcangelo with the 3-stream watch streak saying, "Who dares challenge me?" I don't think anyone does. I don't think anyone does dare. My god. This hand could, like, play out so well or so poorly depending on draws. Fuck, I don't know. Just believe. Let's just believe. Should we win some Vanden at Avacyn's Pilgrim? This hand just got a little better. Should I recall? I might end up discarding. I'm going to recall anyway. That was fucking sick. Just never mulligan. That's the lesson here. Caleb mulliganing to 9. Just... Always playing 2 with Appa, Merrywinter. Always playing 2. That's what I was talking about, how with the Mox Sapphire, with 3 mana, I could replay the Mox Sapphire and then tap it and play another one. Because the Mox Sapphire would cost 2. Kind of like it was a talisman, right? Alright. I think I like eating 5, dropping down to 12. We'll see what they do. If they play another haster, then I could change things. Hold control. And then the exile triggers resolve. And they're gone. Currently, the opponent has nothing in play, which makes me not want to play the One Ring, because I don't think I'm going to be drawing with it. Maybe I'll just, like, abrade their Mana Crypt. I think their side gets less scary when they're down to 3 mana. And now we just have a One Ring and a Parallax Wave chilling for 2 mana. We're losing our hand there anyway. So Guitar Fire, attack, bin your hand, stack it so you draw with the Ravager first, and then the Glimmerlins. You got a 4-card second main phase hand, and then this is 11, 12 damage. Oh no, they are just taking Xaxes with the Tarfire. Cool. But if they somehow lived through this, playing the One Ring on the second main phase, I think would be smart. So you're thinking, like, how can I possibly lose this? I don't know, maybe, like, Fiery Confidence plus a burn spell or something. It's good to think about, like, how you can lose and then play around that. If only it was a Mox Pearl. Turn 1 Sage. The one card that can make me regret binning the One Ring is City of Traders. I think we're much more likely to hit a red source and have the Ravager bin my hand. So I'm going to bin... Maybe I cut Bolt, huh? Maybe I bin Bolt. Oh, hey, it's Demonic Tutors. Nice. Demonic Tutors is probably playing some combo. Some kind of combo. That's my guess. Great fucking streamer, in my opinion. Oh, that's not ideal. That's no good. All right, come on, deck. I just have my grizzly bears. No offense. Wins on like path. I can't target my own creature, so. Okay. Awkward that we don't have red mana for this Abrade. I think I'm supposed to go Passage, Mountain, Bolt, Emery. I'll just do this as a Mountain and run up the Sage. Well, there goes the Winds. There's a good answer to Shielded. We're really worried about the Manifold Key unblockable. But I think I have to pop a Construct anyway. If I braid pre-blocks, then they can activate Manifold Key on the 3/3 and prevent the double block. The awkward thing about this, about doing it after blocks, is if they have a counter, then I'm kind of fucked. But that was kind of the risk for when we passed the turn, right? Okay, sure. Parallax wave? I think I got to draw with the One Ring. It's uncomfy because then you have another drain besides just the Shieldred. But I think we like need to find Parallax Wave in the near future. 6 mana. There's got another draw 7. Might is dead. Oh, it's a Chalice. Sure. It's a bad sign that they need the Chalice mana. Opponent's 1 permanent short of just having the Citadel win. Mine tutor, that's gotta find something. They're gonna have a 0 or something. Or maybe it's just shuffling for the Citadel. Well, the Citadel doesn't target. It says sack 10 permanent non-land permanents. Each opponent loses 10 life. So there'd be no reason to wait until my upkeep, Duke. But it looks like they're a permanent short. Got them all the way down to 20, right where we want them. Half tempted to play this Mana Tithe. I'm a little tempted by the Delayed Blast Fireball too. It's just like another answer to Shieldred, even though it's a very expensive one. Otherwise, we're leaning on Parallax Wave and wins. Oh, there's Council's Judgment. We got Council's Judgment too. Yeah, maybe we're just fine. Yeah, let's fire this up. Then next turn we can get this Urza Saga down. This Judgment might be a bit extra. Much better start than last game, hum. Don't love all this. Citadel, Coveted Jewel. Mama said it's our turn to be at 28. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of life gain in these games, hum. The Bolt did add to their storm count. 5 mana. Time Warp, sure. Yeah, I think the Mana Tithe should have come in, maybe over Staff. Some piddly value card. Oh, the Lorehold Charm should have come in too for the Edict. I haven't been like thrilled with Lorehold Charm, but I also haven't played it into this style of matchup where it could be damage or interaction. I don't think there's anything I can do. I mean, they're playing draw 7, so I'll float mana anyway. And then the idea is next turn I can go Urza's Saga, Bolt their face, play out Sage, and have a nice clock again. He just came from Ed's stream. He apologized for that upheaval. Totally reasonable upheaval. Love the Mishra's Workshop Citadel. It's a pile I've only drafted a few times, but it's pretty clean with that Urborg there. We time warping. We're preordaining. Okay. Oh, the time warp's in the bin. YOLO jar? We YOLO jarring? 2 mana in the pool. Doesn't seem great, but neither does passing, because then I get the coveted jewel. Oh, we're passing. Okay, okay. Yeah, the key prevents them from dying to the vault. I don't know if the One Ring matters, but play it anyway. Oh shit, what up? Hey guys, Azla, thanks for $4.20. Azla says, congrats on finishing the 365 challenge, you madman! Much love. Hey, thanks, Azla. Appreciate the love and the support. Looks like running out my Parallax Wave would have been better than this One Ring so far. Shit. We're holding up a Braid mana for the Memory Jar. Oh, the Staff, right? I just shouldn't have played the Staff. Have some mana. I wasn't thinking about, like, having mana to do in the Jar turn. Who am I fighting at 7? I'm not fighting anybody. I have a sponsored stream segment for CSN, which is a broadcast network that partners with creators like myself to watch sporting events with their community. And one of the events that was available was something called Team Boxing, where a coach gets like a huge team together. They all train together, and then they have a bunch of like one-on-one bouts, right? There's like 3 rounds full of, and each round has 8 one-on-one bouts. And then in between rounds, the boxers get to like strategize with each other and the coach and figure out who's going to be fighting in the next rounds. They're going to be able to be like, okay, this guy, he's going to come at you really hard. Here's his weakness. You know, he's got a soft stomach. You can get him to open up by doing this and this. They get to share their knowledge with each other. And that's where the team aspect comes out. I was talking about it earlier, and somebody mentioned that it was like kind of similar to team drafting in Magic. The way you get to like strategize in between rounds, give each other advice. Hey, Spawn, thanks for $4.20 there. Just popping some sages. Oh yeah, team boxing. Yeah. Teen boxing would be weird. It would be an odd one. Wave would have definitely stopped all this. Deciding if I want to draw with the One Ring. I don't think so. I think this is good. Glad I didn't draw the boots earlier. Yeah, I think staff is just a little too fiddly for the matchup. We really want to be interacting. So the Mantith is going to come in. Oh, and I wanted Lorehold Charm too, because like the Edict here is relevant. I think I want to cut Stoneforge Mystic. Just like minus these 2, but then I would need one more add. Could be the Fireball, could bring the Light Shatter back in. Charfire for Kitten's kind of narrow. We do have Bolt here already. Was my thought. Fireball also hits Kitten. You can potentially kill a Shieldred. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Yavanko55, thanks for the sub, thanks for 27 months. Swelcher is good against counters. We have not seen a counter from my opponent. Ooh, wow, no acceleration. But we have Ragavan into Double Shatter. We'll try it. There's some draws where we're just going to get bodied from being too slow. But I think if you're mulliganing this, you're mulliganing too aggressively. This is an English chat, Yavanko. It makes it difficult to moderate if you speak in other languages, is the main reason. I don't think you'd be dropping slurs and stuff in the chat, but that's why it's the rule. You use the wrong keyboard because you're drunk? Amazing. That is an aggressive memory jar crack. I guess if you don't have a land, if you don't have a land, it's pretty reasonable. We're going to see Dark Ritual into Citadel here. Candelabra. Who's Caleb boxing? You, Koi Koi. Don't tell me you're not ready. One jewel, please. Oh. Let's see what the Ragavan gets me first. It's weird, but I'm going to Edict with the Lorehold Charm. They probably just sack the Mana Vaults, but then if they get the Untapper, it won't be good. What is team boxing? I've already gone over it a couple of times. I'll go over it again when we're like right about to start the event, Delacortez. I think it's going to be sweet. I could rebuy Evora. Is that better than edicting them? I don't think so. Is boxing like cubing? Very similar. Oh, they sacked the Candelabra. They didn't even sack the Mana Vault. No, it's not tag team. There's 3 different rounds full of one-on-one bouts. 8 one-on-one bouts. The coach figures out which fighters to use in each of the rounds. They can use repeats. In the 3rd round, I think you have to use repeats. The team element, and then at the end of the 24 total bouts, whoever has the bigger number wins the 1v1. The team element comes from the fact that your teammates are fighting the same opponents that you are. So in between rounds, you were like, hey, you just fought my next opponent. What was it like? What was his weaknesses or her weaknesses? That sort of thing. So all the fighters have trained together, and then they're also going to be duking it out together. Right, not WWE tag team. Hey, Lord Burger, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 65 months. Appreciate it. The issue is giving back the coveted jewel. But we can run out the Appa here. Have that blink out like, I don't know, my talisman, I guess, and nothing else. Parallax Wave the Appa and the Ragavan. And then Upheaval, and then our creatures come back into play. Kinda dig it. Appaing the Jewel would be really bad. It would allow my opponent to play for 2 mana instead of 6. It'll be interesting to see if this was like the biggest punt of all time or not. I think Mana Tithe can counter that Vault. I don't think they can use Shop's mana. Yeah, really low confidence Upheaval there. Might have been bad. Might have been wrong. Not ideal. This is part of the issues. They get to do some rebuys on their doodads. Could play it. Not going to. See if I regret that. Yeah, the issue with running it out is I wouldn't have mana up for this lightning bolt, which could be important if they go to like play cat and blink coveted jewel. If I could have played it and held the bolt up, I would have done so. There's also the time spiral. Having mana up in their time spiral turn could end up being really important. Might even be able to go bolt, redraw, burn spell for the win. Little demonic tutor action. Demonic tutor's playing demonic tutor. Perfect. This draft was kind of like a perfect warm-up before the sponsored segment. Maybe I can do the draft portion of the next one first. Maybe I'll play around a Momier. Maybe I'll watch an interview with the boxing coaches. Seemed pretty interesting. Talking about strategy and stuff. Tinker, okay. For Mox Opal, sure. I was really hoping for a spell there. I don't want to burn the lightning bolt for this sage, and I don't want this sage to rot in my hand, so I'm just going to play it. Tinker for Opal's crazy. +1 storm, baby. Hey, Joel says. Nice tenor there. I don't think they're going to have to worry about storm count, so I'll just fire this off. Like they redraw tendrils, I think I'm just dead. Six, so another 12. Awkward. Oops. We want this. Yeah, we want those to stay. We don't have any stifle effects for the Storm Trigger. Looks like he got me. GG's. Oh, sweet little match. Tough we didn't get much from Magavan. We did, though. We absolutely did. We got Time Warp. We got Upheaval. The thing that I might have screwed up was casting the Upheaval in the first place.